Welcome to the He's Got Issues Marvel Comics Edition number 117.1. I'm John Cooney here to preview new Marvel Comics being released April 23rd, 2014, beginning alphabetically with All New Invaders number 4. Gods and Soldiers Part 4. The Invaders' incursion into Hala, the Kree homeworld, has begun, and already our heroes are in trouble. Now the team must fight a Kree-controlled god, but which god? From which pantheon? And how can they defeat an immortal with unlimited power? See Namor Unleashed, Captain America Fight, and the Human Torch turn up the heat. And what is the dangerous side mission that only Winter Soldier and Arcus the Golden Age Vision can complete? Next we have Avengers Undercover number 3, Face to Face with Arcade. What happens when the Murder World survivors confront their former captor? Hint, someone doesn't survive. We've also got Daredevil number 2. Daredevil's in over his head in his new hometown, which isn't at all as he remembers it. New threats, new obstacles, and a forgotten Marvel hero steps from the shadows to make him feel most unwelcome. Next we have Dexter Down Under number 3 of 5. Dexter's back in an international adventure written by his creator Jeff Lindsay. Dexter Morgan, the serial killer of serial killers, is on the trail of a new murderer, but he's out of his comfort zone in his native Miami and feeling the Australian heat. When everything is flipped down under, Dexter finally finds himself as not the hunter, but the prey. We've also got Elektra number 1. Witness the beautifully violent return of the world's deadliest assassin. A life spent in silent pain has led Elektra to a precipice of despair. As she prepares to shed her past and take her next step, everything you know about her will change. Death is no escape, but she will find her way as a new option opens up that will take Elektra to places no other Marvel character can go. Next we have Fantastic Four number 3, The Fall of the Fantastic Four Part 3. The Fantastic Four were victorious defending Manhattan from interdimensional invasion, but at a terrible cost. Is this flame off forever for the Human Torch? Introducing a new, stronger, deadlier version of the Wrecking Crew. We've also got George Romero's Empire of the Dead Act 1 number 4 of 5. It's zombies versus vampires with humans caught in the crossfire, as the legendary George Romero unleashes his next undead epic. Welcome to New York years after the eruption of an undead plague, a city not only teeming with zombies but also ruled by a vampire. Who is the ultimate wildcard, the undead gladiator Zanzibar, the former cop known only as X, or the southern firecracker called Dixie Peach? Plus, it's a terrorizing team-up in variant cover form when the zombie godfather George Romero unites with zombie king Arthur Soydam. Next we have Guardians of the Galaxy number 14, 100th issue anniversary celebration. 45 years in the making, it's finally here, the 100th issue of Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, it's actually the 101st, but we had an X-Men crossover to get through. Sheesh. It's an all-star celebration of the most popular super team of 2014 as Cosmic Captain Brian Michael Bendis welcomes Nick Bradshaw of Wolverine and the X-Men to the team. As the Guardians of the Galaxy get ready for new members Venom and Captain Marvel, there are unexpected dangers that promise to tear the team to its core. Plus, in this special double-sized anniversary issue, 2 special backup stories from former Guardians of the Galaxy writers Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning. We've also got Iron Patriot number 2, Unbreakable Part 2, who is controlling the Iron Patriot suit. The conspiracy to destroy America from within grows, and James Rhodes dies. Next we have Marvel Universe Ultimate Spider-Man number 25. The evil Scorpio and the Super Army Zodiac have taken over the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier and set it to self-destruct. Spider-Man and Fury must put their differences aside and fight the new menace as a team. We've also got Original Sin number 0. It's the prologue to the biggest Marvel series of the summer. Who is the Watcher? That's what Nova is wondering after his last brush with the moon-dwelling enigma he's encountered before. But what he discovers will have a profound effect on the young hero, as well as priming the pump for the most cataclysmic event in Marvel history. What did he see? Next we have Powers Bureau number 9. The Eisner Award-winning team of Bendis and Oeming bring you another shocking chapter of one of the most successful independent comics of its generation. Walker and Pilgrim are in Hollywood investigating the death of a true American icon. The story of how these icons came to be is one of the darkest, most fascinating secrets of American superpower history, from the writer of some of your favorite Marvel comics like All New X-Men and Guardians of the Galaxy. We've also got Savage Wolverine number 17. Logan stands between an innocent family and a corrupt time. What is the secret of Grand Rapids and how is it connected to Logan? Richard Eisenhower of The Dark Tower concludes his most brutal tale in the life of Wolverine. Next, we have Superior Spider-Man Team-Up number 12. As the Amazing Spider-Man returns, flashback to the never-before-revealed team-up between Dr. Octopus and Peter Parker that sheds new light on their violent relationship. We've also got Thunderbolts number 25, the T-Bolts turn adventurer as they trek into Central America. Thrill, chills, and romance in the heart of the jungle, a mysterious power that's too much for anyone to contain. Next, we have Uncanny Avengers number 19, Avenge the Earth continues. Kang's Kronos Corps arrives on Planet X with a terrible offer. The former members of the Uncanny Avengers must reunite to save the Earth. Magneto's all-new X-Force are out for the blood of a Summers. And we have What If Age of Ultron number 4 of 5, Tricentennial Battles. In a world without Captain America, the United States has lost its spirit, its inspiration. A secret cabal unites to create a new Captain America in the nation's most trying time. The war veteran Frank Castle is transformed into something far more than he ever imagined, but not everyone is Steve Rogers. Out in trades this week, we've got Brilliant Volume 1 hardcover, the first creator-owned book by Ultimate Spider-Man co-creators Brian Michael Bendis and Mark Bagley. Brilliant tells the story of a handful of college-aged geniuses who challenge each other to solve the mystery of superpowers. Can the best and the brightest change science fiction into science fact? And if so, how will the world at large react? Brilliant is a thriller in the highest order. It's the story of how true power can either destroy or protect the strongest of friendships. It's the story of how the world will react when our true potential is finally unlocked. Collecting Brilliant number 1 through 5. Next, we have Marvel Masterworks The Amazing Spider-Man Volume 16 hardcover. Peter Parker's past comes back to haunt him in his latest and greatest Marvel Masterworks volume. Doc Ock has returned, and he's brought the ghost of Hammerhead with him. And those two aren't the only ones back from the grave. The Kingpin is out to resurrect his son, and can only do it if Spider-Man dies. The danger doesn't stop there either, as the Punisher sets his sights on Spider-Man in an adventure guest starring the X-Men's Nightcrawler. Dinosaurs rampage down Broadway in a war of the Reptile Men. One of Spidey's oldest foes hijacks the Spider-Mobile, and J. Jonah Jameson secures proof of Spidey's secret identity in the return of the Spider Slayer. Reserve your copy today, collecting Amazing Spider-Man number 156 to 168 and annual number 10. We've also got Savage Wolverine Volume 1 Kill Island trade paperback. Wolverine awakes to find himself transported to the Savage Land and labeled Public Enemy number 1. With no memory of how he got there, and Shauna the She-Devil his only ally, Logan must unravel the mystery that slumbers at the heart of the Savage Land before it finds a way to kill him first. In search of answers, the ferocious duo venture into the depths of the Forbidden Island, where they face a brutal gauntlet of battles with the island natives, wild dinosaurs, giant apes, and a deadly threat from another world. And when another hero crash lands on the island, he will turn the tide of battle, but is he friend or foe? Featuring guest appearances from Amadeus Cho, Man-Thing, and the Incredible Hulk, collecting Savage Wolverine number 1 through 5. Next, we have Secret Avengers Volume 3, How to MA.I.M a Mockingbird trade paperback. Mockingbird is undercover, infiltrating advanced idea mechanics, but as her deception crumbles, can she escape before the High Council of AIM discovers her true identity? As Maria Hill gets a mind-bending offer from a rogue AIM operative that you'll probably recognize, Hawkeye, Black Widow, and Fury plumb the organization's depths, but when AIM strikes and takes out the team, Taskmaster and Mockingbird must go full stealth mode as the entire AIM island searches for them. As AIM secrets are spilled, Forson's wildcard is revealed, a traitor in the heart of the group comes to light, and Mockingbird faces a crossroads that threaten to tear her apart, collecting Secret Avengers number 12 through 16. We've also got Thor by Walter Simonson Volume 5 trade paperback. Few people have ever left their mark on one character quite the way Walter Simonson has. His work on the mighty Thor swept the Norse god of thunder to heights never before seen and rarely achieved in his wake. Spanning epic tales of heroism and treachery, love and war, Simonson's work is often considered the definitive Thor. From the majesty and mystery of fabled Asgard to the gritty streets of New York City, Thor was never the same. That's the mark of a true visionary. This 5th volume concludes the collection of Simonson's epic run, completely remastered from the original artwork and newly colored by Steve Oliff, collecting Thor number 375 to 382. And we have X-Men Legacy Volume 4 for We Are Many trade paperback. It's the climactic story to which the series has been building, guest starring the allies Legion has made along the way, and not all of them will emerge unscathed. One of Legion's most troublesome personalities threatens to annihilate an alien species, and Sword director Abigail Brand is on the case. But will she be able to work with David to solve this extraterrestrial conundrum? Legion prepares for a final showdown with the monster in his mind that wears his deceased father's face, but the demonic Professor X has escaped into the real world. What price will Legion pay to stop him from raising the Earth? And prophesied to stop Legion, will young X-Man Blindfold take matters into her own hands and extinguish her first love? One thing's for sure, as this groundbreaking series concludes, anything is possible. Collecting X-Men Legacy number 19 through 24. Okay, so that's it for Marvel this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the DC and Indies videos for this week, as well as my featured video with the usual roundup of all my favorites for the week, with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Tumblr to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.